Recruiting 2021, spring into scouting. You know, we're looking going into this year. I know it's a little different, and it's a lot of units are worried about how we're going to recruit you this year. How are we going to get our membership this year? This is going to be, again, these are just going to be some tips. These are 5 things that we can start doing right now. I'm going to go through a few things with the slides, but we're really excited. We have a great membership team. Me and Chris Goucher are working with the vice chairs in each one of the districts. We meet every month, coming up with some really great ideas, and also to some of the out of the box ideas, because one of the things that we're looking at and that we need to remember is that we may not have access to the schools in the fall. We are working with the schools and trying to get that. So we need to also think of different ideas and some out of the box ideas of how do we recruit and how do we engage the families, not just the kids. We can recruit scouts all year long. They are excited and they want to involve. It's engaging the parents and getting the volunteers. So look for some more things that we're developing that are also going to be coming down the pike. But I wanted to start off here with here we go. Is, first things first, can my unit start meeting? On here is a QR that's going to give you all the full resources on it. It's going to be your rescouting checklist. This is a national site that's going to turn around and be able to give you any of the most updated information. But absolutely the answer is yes, we can get together, looking at the safety protocols and making sure, like Drew said, checking with your chartering organization, start reaching back out to them if you haven't been meeting and see if the spaces are available. The weather is getting beautiful outside. So you know what, look at the parks, look at different areas to be able to get out. One of the things I wanted to share with you, I was on a webinar with Michael Ramsey and Wendy Curtin a little while back, and he had some really kind of interesting facts that I wanted to put out there, going that even though in 2020 was a crazy year, we had some really positive momentum in scouting. Over the 2020 year, there was 1.1 million merit badges that were earned in 2020. There was also 45,794 male Eagle Scouts in 2020, and there was also 942 female Eagle Scouts in 2020. So for being a global pandemic and being a crazy year, I think those are some pretty awesome numbers. Those are some things to really get excited about. Well, we're power to the packs. These are going to be unit directed and unit driven, with spring activities, spring recruiting built around fun activities that families can do right away. This is the thing, is bringing scouting back to the community, and they are going to be, and have it be unit driven or working together collaborating with other units in your area to start making these community events. Do things like a camping, a hiking, biking, fishing, doing new rank ceremonies, doing summer resident camp, doing a bike rodeo. Get the parents engaged. Let them see what they're doing. The kids can get a flyer at school. They can come home. That's great. And then, it gets put down on a table and then it may not be seen again. The parents want to be able to see the activities. So we want to empowering our units and our district membership chairs to spring back into the recruitment and program this spring and summer. Start preparing yourself. We need to start our spring and summer planning to get our calendars filled with activities for our Cub Scouts and for our troops. A lot of this stuff, guys, too, for my scout masters and my troop leaders, a lot of this also applies and can just be reconfigured to the troops also. But concentration, yes, is Cub Scouts, because if we don't have our Cub Scouts, you're not going to have your Scouts BSA. This in turn helps build our platform for the fall recruitment. Our AOL Scouts, are they transitioning, transition for the fall? We need to get out from under the mindset that's Cub Scout and Scout BSA recruitment is only in the fall. This is a year-round program, and we need to change the culture in that. So, going into the fall, we're going to be kicking off with the Escape to the Outdoors, and then we are going to keep going through that so that there's spring recruitment and that we're recruiting all year round. We want to build that foundation. This here is one of the things that they shared with us, is also check out our inaugural edition of the Scouts Life magazine. It's all digital and it celebrates the rank of the Eagle Scout in the inaugural classes. It's truly an inspirational piece of work. I mean, it's free, so share it, go out and check it out online. They shared this with us on one of the webinars, and it's really great piece that they did. And it really kind of gives you that motivation and that giddy up and go with scouting. So just check, I didn't want to throw it in there to check it out. Spring into scouting. Why do families join Cub Scouts? As many knows, I could throw it out there and I could say, hey guys, why do you think why do you think families join Cub Scouts? Well, okay, let's break it down into two sections. Why do kids join versus why the adults join? Why do kids join? Fun stuff to do. They have friends and other kids. There's group activities. They're outdoors, uniform and badges. They get knives. They get to learn how to whittle. They get to be able to have fun. Camping, campfires, fishing, archery. Those are the fun things that we capture our kids and we get them involved and they love it. Why do the adults join? It's family fun activities. The other families are doing it and they're getting involved. It's safe, gets them outside. Advancement. A lot of the families, because they were a scout and it's a family thing. Values. Values is, teaching the, character development, leadership, life skills, getting them and teaching them things that they may not be able to get. Plus, there is an educational value of teaching these kids. Also, one of the big things, disconnecting from electronics. A lot of them have been on it. So it's like disconnecting from that and getting them outdoors and doing something other than playing on their games. On the bottom here, were a couple different things. Again, it was a webinar with Michael Ramsey. National had done a survey that went out. And these were two of the big things that came up. And I wanted to share them also too, is how did you hear about Scouts? Okay, 24% was from a flyer. 26% was from friends and family. 35 was a family member was a scout, and 10% saw the Scouts out in the community. Now, you have these numbers. Well, one that's a little disconcerting is the 10% that we saw the Scouts out into the community. This is one thing that even during this webinar that came across as, you know what? We need to get the Scouts out there in the community, in community Cub Scouting. We need to get them out there doing the service projects. We need everybody to see that Scouting isn't defeated. We are moving forward. And then they see what the Scouts do to engage the families, to engage the parents. When they see it, a lot of people are visual. So when you see that versus just seeing pictures on a flyer, it's going to get them excited about the program. So we got to work on that number a little bit. One of the other questions is, why do families leave? 44% was the meetings are not organized and not your typical Cub Scout pack meeting. We all know when we've gone in there, it can be controlled chaos 90% of the time. Understand that. This is a little bit more where there's no events, there was no planning. They come in, everything was just kind of thrown together. 27 was poor leadership, which in turn goes with our training. Are our leaders trained? Do they feel confident in their positions to be able to be a den leader, to be a Cub master? 25% was a scheduling conflict. 22 was a child who was no longer interested, and 19% is that they were never contacted, meaning they had reached out to a unit, they did a BEASCOUT.org, or some of them were AOLs that were getting ready to transition over, and there was no contact or feedback to them from after they reached out. So that is something that we got to keep in mind, and making sure that when we're doing our BEASCOUT pins and people are reaching out and you're getting your leads, that's membership. That's easy membership. Those are families that are already involved and want to be involved. So we need to make sure that we are contacting them and that we're reaching out to them. When can they join? Well, anytime, of course. Any pack or den event, make it open to the public. Get it out there. Put up signs. Say, come join us. Get it out there so that everybody can see it. One big campaign that I want to do this fall is that you're going to see Cub Scout and Scout BSA signs everywhere. If they can put up all kinds of other signs, we can put them up everywhere. So get people out there and include them all into your events. Someone says, do this with us. Come on over, have families, bring friends, and let them be a part of it. Pinewood derbies, your bike rodeos, your neighborhood hike, a fishing derby, a kite flying, at the end of the year, pack picnic or graduation, day camp, summer camp, open houses, registration nights, school sign-up nights, pack event with a sign-up or a fun event. This just join. I have a pack that's in Mohawk District that on June 5th, actually there's 5 packs, that is doing a joining, a big, huge rocket joining event up in the Clifton Park area. All of those packs are getting together, working collaboratively together. And it's okay for units to work together. You know, many hands make light work. And then you have all these leaders that are willing to help out. There's 4 units up there, there's 4 packs, and there's a few troops that are coming in, and they're doing this all-day event for recruitment. So something like that, and in bringing in the community, bringing in other units, because they're going to keep passing it along so the promotion gets a little bit easier. But 5 things that we could be doing right now. 1, plan a summer program. You know, get your summer plans programmed, build a competitive program, talk to your families in your den, your pack, your troop, your patrols, build a program that's around your families' needs and what they are looking to get out of the program. Talk to them, get your families to talk about scouting and utilize their resources. For example, if you have a mom that is a biology teacher, she would be a great resource for a nature hike or maybe some STEM activities. A dad may be a firefighter and give a tour of the firehouse or help the Cub Scouts build an emergency plan for their family. There are so many things that each family can help with. Make sure they fill out the family survey form. I mean, they're not signing up to be a leader, but maybe can help with some of the requirements or just have fun and enjoy the journey with their Cub Scouts. So you want to make sure that you're building that program that's competitive. Day camp, resident camp, that's a must. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm so excited about day camp. Brian's got an awesome program for resident camp. I don't know how I'm going to follow up that video. That video is absolutely awesome. You know, it's getting the kids there and having them enjoy it and having a great time, having swim parties, camp outs, bike rodeos, trips with the pack. I mean, there are so many things around here that the kids can do. Just get them outside and making sure that you're building a competitive program. Number 2, work with your schools. Number 1, we always have our flyers, our posters, our yard signs. There's videos from the brand centers for the school, and that can be part of a virtual class. All those resources are at the brand center. But one thing that was different that was brought up is flag raising ceremonies in front of the schools. Have the units help out with them, have them be there, and ask the administration if they can do that at the end of the day or in a morning. Emails to other parents, have your parents reach out to the other parents. Some other ideas are adopt a school program. I know a lot of units don't realize that the BSA has a program for an adopt a school program. This is a great way to build a relation with your local school. A unit can adopt a school to do some community service. For example, they can clean up the playground. They can pick up the garbage around the parking lot. They can even help with putting books back into the library, in the library. A unit can work with the school and to decide what projects needed to be completed. This builds a really great relationship between the Cub Scout, the community, and their chartering organization, if the school is their chartering organization. Look into local businesses that would maybe allow flyers at their counter on a community board, or even their pizza boxes for a day or for a weekend. I know that there are some pizza places that are around that if you ask, they'll be glad to put a flyer on there for, even if it's just for a Saturday night when they're getting one of their busiest times. Have fun with recruitment with your unit. Have a spooktacular recruitment event. Have everyone in your unit add something to their Halloween decorations that's around their house that includes scouting. And have a yard sign up with information on it, or maybe have your flyers there. Great way to get people, they're walking out there with their kids or going trick-or-treating. Why not? They see it, they may pick up a flyer and say, wow, this is pretty cool. You can also do that in the winter or spring with a winter extravaganza, hop into scouting. There are a lot of different ways that you can get out there. And also too, with your troops, these are great events that you can have your patrols get together and have and do a display and do something like that. You'd be surprised. We did a spooktacular in Mohawk this past fall, and we had some units that took part, and they actually got like at least 4 or 5 scouts recruited into their unit. So it is a great idea, and thinking outside of the box ideas. We have our schools, but what can we do to enhance that also to be able to capture them? Obviously too, this is one of our big things that I've always preached on is your Be a Scout. Update those pins. One of the biggest feedback that I've gotten is that whoever is on their pin, as you can see, like you have your contact and there's somebody to contact, make sure that's your Tigger. Make sure that that is your membership consultant. That make sure that your membership chair or somebody that's really, really enthusiastic and really excited. Because with some of the feedback that I've gotten, and so I've had many parents reach out going, hey, we've reached out to this, nobody's reached back, or they say that they're not involved in scouting anymore. You know, what do we do? Where do we go to get them involved? So make sure these pins are updated and make sure that it's somebody fun. It's not your institutional head, maybe not your COR unless they're completely involved, because they're not gonna know about the program, or they may not have that excitedness. You need to make sure that you have somebody that's up there. You want to make sure you're enabling your online registration. There are your QR codes and unit RLs are right on your application page. So the key 3 of each unit can see that. Share them out there. They scan that QR code. It's going to bring them right to your unit information. You have a unit specific URL. It's going to do the same exact thing. Take advantage of the resources that are out there. But again, make sure that your Be a Scout is updated. We can only do that say it over and over again. We get leads all the time that we are going through and sending out, and a lot of them they have not gotten a response. So making sure that this is membership that's landing at your doorstep. So please make sure that you're checking those leads, make sure you're following up on those leads, and making sure that has got the most updated information on it. Training videos. These are some different types of videos that are on here, and I will also share this PowerPoint so you guys can have all of the direct information to click on. These here are training informationals that National put up. That link is there. I will make sure that that gets out to everybody. This is the most up-to-date information on the online registration for council and unit leaders. There's also training on there for setting up your unit's Be a Scout pin and how to get started with setting up your pin. There's some really great videos on there. Take a look at them. A lot of the times when you have a Scout book question or you have a question on your My.Scouting, you can go to this resource page and it's going to have an answer. Scout book, you go to their help, you type it in, and they are going to give you a video that's going to show you how to do just about anything. So take those steps to take a look at that stuff and seeing if there's anything that you need for this training. There's a lot of resources out there to take advantage of when you need them. Number 4, be visible. Tell your story. Making sure, when I saw this picture, there was such an impact. I sat there and I saw that going, wow, there's that Cub Scout going around and putting the flags on veterans' graves. This is an impact. You want to make sure you get your story out there and be visible. Events, be visible. Events at schools, community centers, libraries, parks, fire station, open houses, joining events, hikes, bikes, bike rides, etc. Focus on outdoor experiences. Parents are eager to get their children involved in activities. These are some events here that we have done that have come, that the units have gone out, that I've pulled off of our Facebook page. The middle picture, this was a great thing. This was during the middle of the pandemic. And this was a local unit, 67, I do believe, Troop and Pack 67. And what they did is they did a bottle drive. They took the money from the bottle drive and they went and got pizza and desserts and soda and delivered it to the 2 fire districts and their EMS and the firefighters to say thank you and getting out there for everything that they've done. The bottom picture, that's one of our spooktaculars that put it out there. So make sure, get them out there, focus on the outdoor experience. Sampling ways of introducing families into scouting. You can have like I said, the flag raising at schools. You have your firehouse open houses, community park events. We have a lot of community night outs that are coming up. Get out there, get visible. I was talking with a lot of our district vice chairs, between me and them, we're going to be there as a council and for the units, but it's really great to have the units there to be able to promote what they are doing in them and around. We can have flyers with your name on it, but it's really great to see the units there. Hold derby car tracks at a local mall or park. Have your open houses. There's so many different ideas. Think of the outside the box kind of ideas. 5, review your web pages. This is our, so if you, and this is pretty much too, like as a council, but also as your district, as your units, if you have web pages or Facebook, making sure that they're up to date. You want to be able to have, easy accessibility. This past fall, the national marketing team surveyed dozens of local council websites and unit websites. And it was an interesting exercise because we talk to ourselves a lot. And in fact, that most sites seem designated to speak only to the volunteers and parents. And as a result, are not good experience for parents who are trying to find out how to join. So that's why I have updated ours so that it's basically one click away. All the information is on there, but also look at your Facebook pages, making sure that it's easy and accessible. If you have unit websites, making sure that they're easy and accessible to be able to get to. One pro tip is, find a non-scout parent and have them take a look at, is it easy for them to be able to get access, or find your unit? Is it easy for them to be able to Google it or be able to go on Be a Scout or in Facebook to find it? I know when I try to find some of my units to join their, their Facebook groups or see how they're doing, some people have it maybe, I'll pick on my pack. It could be pack 7. Well, okay, there's like 500 pack 7s that show up because it could be anywhere or anywhere. Make sure you make it easy enough and distinct for your area for people to find it, especially if you're going to be doing some geofencing. It could be sending them someplace where you don't want, to a completely different unit. So make sure that you maybe have somebody or have, somebody, like a mom or a dad that's not really involved, take a look at it and see if that's what it needs to do. Can you easily find out how to join? Is your site information up to date? And is it jargon free? That's one thing I've updated with our council website and the membership side. It's because a lot of these new parents, they don't know our scouting jargon. Some people don't know BSA. They hear BSA, but they don't realize it means Boy Scouts of America. So sometimes when you also are talking to new parents and you are doing, recruitments, make sure that for someone that may not know what, Wood Badge, OCPIC, BSA, all the little acronyms that we have, make sure that, you kind of lay up on that a little bit or say it out completely to explain. The Brand Center is an excellent spot. If you're looking for marketing assets and resources, check out the BSA Brand Center. It is, I will tell you, Michael Ramsey and his team have done a phenomenal job. They update it weekly. There's always different things on there. Great way to get images, scouting videos, recruitment videos. There's email blast wording. There is everything. I've taken some of the stuff that are really kind of cool and I have put it on our website, but really take a look at this. This is resources in a box. They are, and if there's any questions or you need anything, you can easily reach out to any of them and they would be glad to respond, or you can reach out to me. But I'll tell you, I reached out to Michael Ramsey because I was looking for some more high quality videos because we're going to be doing banners and printing banners for recruitment events. And he sent me a world of information today. So, check out the BSA Brand Center, check out the Marketing and Recruitment Hub through the national site. It is phenomenal, and it is way farther and way more than what we've ever had in the past. Webinar series. And again, I will send these out so you don't have to write all the dates down, but I also wanted to get out, these are upcoming webinars that are going to be coming out through national. And I would really highly recommend that if you're able to get on and able to see this, plus all of them are recorded and a majority of them will be put back on our website, but they are recorded and you can find them underneath the BSA Brand Center. Underneath the membership and marketing, there is like the 4th block down says webinar series. These are phenomenal. They are usually done by Michael Ramsey, he is just awesome, and Andrea Watson, and also Wendy Curtin. They are phenomenal. They are very knowledgeable. You will walk away with a wealth of knowledge. They are very good. So check out the webinars. You can, again, I will have the hyperlink out there so that you can go on there because you can go and register for a lot of these and take the time. It is worth it, or be able to put it on in the car as you're driving to and from work. You can listen to it. They're great, really great to get you excited. You get off the call and you're completely excited to start with scouting again. Just wanted to, as we're kind of wrapping up here, just wanted to look at some website updates. I've gone in and I usually go weekly and update the membership website. the recruitment and membership hub. I try to go in there and any of the latest resources and up-to-date resources, I want to make sure in there. So there were a couple things that were changed. I've added now the 2021 TRC Fall Membership Guide, which is our membership plan. It was adopted from the 2019. We've just enhanced it and accelerated a little bit more to give more resources, virtual resources, different outside of the box ideas. Also on here, there is the welcome packet for new packs. That is a new addition, which is a fillable for units. So units can go on there, they can download it. And it's great because you can fill in all of your information. I do have pictures of it on the next slide. Also, I added a recruitment flyer section. So these are all, the first one is a fillable one that you can fill out yourself to send out digitally. It's a 2-page flyer. The other ones are ones that we have pulled from, excuse me, the BSA Brand Center, which is the Escape the Outdoors, which is the theme that we're going into for the fall. And there's also a patriotic boy and patriotic girl flyer that are great. Now, again, there's plenty of flyers that are on that BSA Brand Center. These were some of the good ones that I thought were pretty cool that I can submit. Units can go in, they're fillable, you can use them, and then you can always request at the bottom of the website if you need them printed out. We can do that if you want to do them digitally, you want to, however you want to do that, absolutely. The other thing is the out of the school promotion. This is in a different section down. I added, these are some out of the box recruitment ideas. And I will say that there was one that was brought to my attention. Drew had seen this and he had said, hey, check this out. And I did, and it's great. They're called recruitment rocks. And in here, it'll give you all of the everything that's with it. What it is basically a rocks that somebody podged the Cub Scout sign on one side, and on the other they did a QR code. But when they scanned the QR code, it wasn't just to their website, it was actually to a Scout video, so that you got a little moment, and then it had the unit information at the end of it. So either the parents could keep the rock or they could put it back down where they found it. It was a really cool idea. So I wanted to add that to our out of the box ideas. So there's a lot of different ways of doing it. So those are a couple of the updates that I added this week. Some weeks there may not be some, but I've been trying to update resources the best that I can. At the bottom, that's obviously you can go on our website and you can go right underneath the membership into the recruitment and marketing hub. And these are where all those resources will be. This is what they will look like when you look at the new resources that are on the website. That is the Cub Scout pack welcome packet. And where everything that you see red all the way through the packet is a fillable portion that the unit can go in and add their own information. As you can see, as you can see on there, it is very detailed with every breakdown that you could possibly need. It's a really, really, really great resource. So you can get on there and check that out. And then also down here, this is our Cub Scout 2021 sign up for scouting guidebook, which is our membership plan for 2021. That is fully on there for the units to be able to take a look at. But also keep your eyes open as we're wrapping up here, is that going forward, we're also going to be doing some membership trainings. I am meeting with a couple of the training team and from across the council, and we're going to be working on doing another membership training webinar for next month, beginning at the end of this month, beginning of next month, where it's how training and membership kind of work together. And then we're going to be doing a lot more trainings with units and individual units on how to kick off the membership plan and how to move forward with it and how to implement it in your area. We're going to be doing those more probably towards middle of August. And really work together at the unit level. So keep your eye out. There's a lot more that's coming out, a lot more that we're working on with community Cub Scouting. Just keep remembering that, because you're going to see that coming up very soon. And if you have any questions, let me know. I am available. You can email me, or if anybody has any questions now, let me know.
Right. So two things that I have. For packs that are new or starting out, or leaders who are new, are there a way that they can get a hold of local volunteers on the district level that would be willing to help them out in modifying and creating their plans? And how would they do that? How would they find that contact info?
Absolutely. There is first spot that they can go to is actually right on the front page of the website. There is a district directory that they would be able to go to on the website, and it will give you districts. So you would be reaching out to your membership vice chair for each one of your districts. That's where would be your point person. That's where you would reach out to first, because they have a team built in the districts. Most of the districts do, and have them. They would be able to help you out and work and go that way. If not, you can reach out to me, and I can make sure that we can get into contact with units that are in your area to see how they, to help you out.
And the second question, is there a calendar or backdater that people can utilize to kind of help them understand when they should be doing things and how far out and whatnot?
I'm glad that you said that, Drew. Yes, I am actually finishing up and working on a backdater. I have a lot of it already set up. I just had reached out to a couple people to help me, Drew.
In my inbox.
No, just because of getting the formulas in and making sure that I'm actually doing the formulas right. So yes, there is a backdater coming that you can put in when you basically at day 0, you're going to be able to put in, that's when your joining night or your community event will be. You'll be able to put in a date there, and then it will backdate. So all the way back to where you need to start with getting your recruitment committee together, to getting flyers promoted, to reaching out to locations. It'll give you a breakdown on all those things. So yes, that is something that is coming, and hopefully soon it will be up on the website also.